Inflation versus growth rate. So you're right. India is a developing country. India is a developing country which has a higher rate of population growth, which has a higher rate of population growth. India is a developing country which has a higher rate of population growth. So India needs to control inflation on its priority. Inflation on its priority without sacrificing much in terms of GDP growth rate. Without sacrificing much in terms of GDP growth rate. First of all, the target set by central bank, is at 4%. You can write like this, in bracket, with plus and minus 2%. Central bank set the target of inflation at 4%. To control the prices in the economy, because in case of India, RBI undertakes the charge, of controlling inflation. RBI undertakes the charge of controlling inflation and binded with an agreement known as Monetary Policy Framework Agreement. With Government of India. In a country like India, where we have lot of poverty and unemployment. Controlling of the price rise is an important tool with the policy makers. First off, next paragraph. Achieving higher growth rate is a vital factor to improve the standard of living of the residents, as well as in attracting foreign capital inflows as well as in attracting foreign capital inflows. Sometimes government has to sacrifice. Sometimes government has to sacrifice. Sometimes government has to sacrifice on some restrictions on level of inflation. Restrictions on some level of inflation prevailing in the economy. Prevailing in the economy. Full stop. Growth is important. Growth is important. But inflation needs to control. Inflation needs to control beyond a comfortable position. Beyond a comfortable position. With the help of two important policies. With the help of two important policies. Which are those? Monetary policy and fiscal policy. Monetary policy and fiscal policy. Next paragraph, conclusion of this discussion. Growth versus inflation. So write conclusion. For India, if the government is not able to reduce poverty in the country, government should undertake the charge of controlling the price rise, so that the purchasing power of money of especially poor people will not get eroded. First stop. Will not get eroded. Decrease. ठीक है? Full stop. That's it. Now you write the heading inclusive growth. Then after inclusive growth, we'll discuss jobless growth, and we'll end this module of growth and development. ठीक है? So what do you understand by the term inclusive growth? It is mentioned in the syllabus. If you have any idea, if you want to answer, you can. Otherwise, I'm here to tell you. Repeatedly hearing about inclusive growth since 12th 5-year plan. Inclusive growth. For the sake of understanding, you can think from growth which is inclusive. Sometimes newspapers are reported. So you can get the idea. If in examination you will get a new term. Growth which is inclusive. It means if India is growing, we have to take concern of all the sections of the society. We cannot left anyone, individual, who is not the part of or who will not get the benefits of this growth. I'm not talking about only individual. It will also include regions of our economy. If India is growing at 7%, why other areas are not growing? It means some areas are left behind in the process of this growth. So growth should be inclusive. Getting my point? First just understand. I'll make you write. You have time. Do you have test at 11? No. आज नहीं. So, growth should be inclusive. It means when we talk about inclusion, it means no sections left behind, like minority, like women. If we talk about region, like regions like Northeast, regions like Jammu and Kashmir, regions like Andaman, Nicobar and Lakshadweep, we should take together all the regions to make the journey towards development or journey towards growth. If India is growing 7% and the contribution comes from Maharashtra and Gujarat, what we can say? Is this the inclusive growth? No, this is not. We need growth which is the inclusive of all the people, all the regions, all the sectors. See this? Only one sector is growing. People of this sector getting major share, major pie of that growth. Service sector. Why people are moving from agriculture to non-agriculture occupation? Obviously because of high remuneration and better standard of living. Getting my point? Take it. So here we can say that I'll make you write what is inclusive growth, and there are two important dimensions: physical development and human development. So first is physical development related to inclusive growth. Under physical development we have infrastructure. We have basic amenities. Getting my point? Second one is human development. We have two things under it. What yesterday we had discussed? Health and education. Health and education. So we'll discuss ASER report in that. We'll discuss some programs of National Rural Health Mission, National Urban Health Mission, how they are contributing, how you can use this scheme in mains answer writing. Getting my point? Okay. So from physical development, we need to build infrastructure. Infrastructure like roadways. It will provide connectivity. If someone asks, what is the meaning of infrastructure? What will you say? How will you define the word infrastructure? Roads. Roads is one of the part of infrastructure. How will you define infrastructure? Basic term. UPSC asks basic terms. Well, let me tell you, there is no perfect definition of infrastructure. But how will you define? So what are the things comes under infrastructure? We say roadways and healthcare, we can say, yes. Healthcare facilities, hospitals, these are comes under infrastructure. Port, airports, railways, communication, all these things comes under infrastructure. It is a broad category. If internet comes, digital infrastructure. So we cannot define infrastructure. We just say that these are the items or these are the sectors which consist of infrastructure. We always say we need good infrastructure for education, for primary education. According to ASER report, the government is not able to provide basic amenities in 23% of the primary schools. Basic amenities like sanitation, drinking water, etc. And around 35% of teachers are absent in the schools. So the problem of absenteeism. Getting my point? So we need to build infrastructure, but that is related to human development. What about physical development? It's about roadways, building facilities of healthcare. I'm not talking about improving the quality of healthcare. That will come under human development. Here I'm talking about instruments, talking about the facilities in ICU. Getting out. In education sector, talking about smart boards, quality education. First you have to provide education, then universal education, then we think about quality education. Talking about health, first we were talking about just feeding the people, just provide food. After that, variety of food. Then in the last decade, we're talking about nutritious growth. See the development. Are you able to witness that development? Same happened with the case of primary education. First, we were calculating our education on the basis of enrollment. What do you think? Is this a correct way to measure primary education? Enrollment. Then we are talking about universal education after RTE 2009. So we are nearly achieved universal education, universal primary education. So now we have to move on towards secondary education. Getting my point? So these are the part of inclusive growth. In physical development, we have roadways for rural connectivity. We have airways. What will you use here? Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana. Then Bharatmala project. How will you use all these projects in the answer writing or infrastructure sector? Like Udan scheme, air connectivity. In yesterday's newspaper, Udan, the next version of Udan is going to launch. क्या था? पढ़ा था? What's Udan actually? Domestic air connectivity scheme. ठीक है? Then Udan is thinking about going international. So this is the inclusive development. Exploring the new areas which are unexplored till this point. Is it clear? Write few points. It refers to the process of growth. It refers to the process of growth which includes every section, every strata, comma, every region, and every sector of the society. Every sector of the society as well as economy. Every sector of the society as well as every sector of the economy. This is the definition. It means no need to exclude anyone. Okay. So you write like people like minority community, comma, women, regions like Northeast, Andaman Nicobar, Lakshadweep, strata like poor and vulnerable people. That's it. So do you understand the idea behind inclusive growth? So this is inclusive growth. It means including all the people. No one has left behind. Like in Jan Dhan Yojana, the best example of financial inclusion. What is financial inclusion here? It means financially, no one should be excluded. We have each and every person having bank account so that government can connect with every person. That is why the concept of UBI came into the picture. First you have to open a bank account, then only you can transfer. Unconditional payment. UBI is unconditional payment. Okay? Right, next. There are two broad categories of inclusive growth. There are two broad categories of inclusive growth. Number one, physical development. Number two is human development. Write the explanation. Write the explanation. Physical development includes infrastructural activities like development of roadways, in bracket you write Bharatmala project, development of roadways, comma, port-led development. What will you write in bracket? Sagarmala project. Port-led development project, comma, enhancing the density of communication. What will you write in bracket? Digital India. So you write Digital India. Density of communication. Television density is the best example to measure rural standard of living. There are few other parameters like sale of two-wheelers in rural areas. So when rural people experience some hike in the wages, hike in the income level, they will purchase two-wheelers. So sale of two-wheelers is very important data. Vital point, you can write in mains, standard of living. If you want to judge the standard of living of rural people, you need to see the data of sale of two-wheelers. After harvest, they will get bulk money. They will purchase motorcycles, scooters like this. So government is using this data. Okay. Next. Full stop. Put a full stop. Inclusive growth includes basic amenities like sanitation. What will you write in bracket? Swachh Bharat. Basic amenities like sanitation, drinking water. What will you write here? Now we can write Namami here. But you write river cleaning projects, as well as water storage facilities. ये ब्रैकेट में लिखना दोनों. Water storage facilities as well as river cleaning projects. Sanitary includes toilet also, है ना? ठीक है. Full stop. Other infrastructural projects, which is an important source of long-term development, will also be taken into consideration. Because capital investment is the need of the hour for India. Full stop. Did you get this sentence? Capital investment. Investment which we use to do in machinery, which we use for further production. Like yesterday I have discussed that Indian economy is a consumption-led economy. But we have to convert from consumption-led economy to investment-led economy. But what is the first requirement of investment-led economy is infrastructure. So your economy will be based on consumption. Suppose you are earning 25,000 per month and you are consuming that whole of 25,000. That is not a long-term sustainable solution. You have to do some capital investment. Obviously, by buying a house, buying a land area for further production. So that will secure your future. Same the case with Indian economy. If we are not doing any capital investment, our future is not sustainable. So we have to do some kind of capital investment. And which is the best part? Build infrastructure. Like for example, diversifying all the government assets, government facilities by giving space for advertisement on these metro stations. This is a source of revenue for government. By giving space on buses for advertisement. Municipal bodies, which is starved of funds a few years back, now they are getting funds. By just diversifying their activity. Getting my point? So this is how we evolve sources. Now the most important thing is revenue generation and attraction of capital. These two things in order to build infrastructure. If I'll say, or that is in reality, we are building a bullet train project. What is the first requirement? Obviously revenue, funds. You have two sources of revenue. What? Either income of the government via tax or non-tax sources. Second one is by borrowing money. Obviously not from the country. Because if we have money, we have already invested. So we need to borrow money from external sources. So there are only two sources. First requirement is getting revenue, getting capital. Then second one is what? Will you single-handedly build bullet? No. What is the second requirement? Technology. Technology by foreign assistance. Those who have expertise like Japan, that's why we have invited Japanese companies, Japanese government. We have signed the agreement with Japanese government, not with a company. Because company may default in future. So we have engaged with Japanese government. So two important things. First one is capital, second one is revenue. Technology. Technological assistance. Now write the next, that is human development. It consists of two major division, you write. It consists of two major division. First one is education, second is health. Education and health. India, right, next paragraph. India is a labor surplus country. India is a labor surplus country. Write fast. India is a labor surplus country. In order to provide gainful employment, India needs, in order to provide a gainful employment, India needs proper infrastructure for providing primary education. In bracket you write advanced technologies. In bracket what will you write? Advanced technologies. Comma. Secondary education. Comma higher education. For meeting the global standards. In bracket what will you write? Skill India program. In bracket you will write Skill India program. bracket close, full stop. You write etc. and full stop. According to ASER report, ASER, have you heard about this report? Annual Status of Education Report, ASER, ASER. The deficit of basic amenities, in primary educational centers, stands at 23%. And 35% of teachers is not found in schools. In bracket you write the problem of absenteeism. ठीक है, full stop. Programs like Deen Dayal Upadhyay Gramin Kaushal Yojana, प्रधानमंत्री कौशल विकास योजना, etc. are helpful in providing industry-based training, to get or to reap the benefits of India's demographic dividend. Full stop. So have you understood this sentence? Now you come on to health. The condition of health in our country is not in a satisfactory position. Just listen. You can also write is in a miserable condition. You can understand the gravity of word. So what I have dictated is not in a satisfactory condition, satisfactory position. It means although it is poor, it is miserably, but the way you present, it matters a lot. If you say bluntly, directly, miserable condition of Indian health sector, it will hurt. Obviously it is. If you are not studying, and I'll say that you are not a bright student, you will not able to qualify the exam. आपको भी पता आप नहीं पढ़ रहे हैं, but it hurts. जो पढ़ेगा उसको अच्छा नहीं लगेगा. So choose your words very carefully. Understand the gravity and depth of the word. ठीक है? कोई बुराई भी करनी है तो इस तरह से करनी है कि लगे ना कि कुछ बोला है. ठीक है? क्या लिखा है अर्जुन? Please repeat the sentence. हाँ. Because India experienced frequent spread of diseases. So for example, you can write dengue, tuberculosis, etc. Situation of every season. First stop. Programs like National Rural Health Mission and National Urban Health Mission are an umbrella concept to achieve universal health care in India. First up, according to Niti Aayog, India should invest 2.5% of its GDP, 2.5% of its GDP, in bracket you write currently 1.7, 2.5% of GDP on health care. Getting my point? So we need to increase our expenditure towards health facility, health sector. If you provide basic amenities in the government hospitals, people will prefer government hospital. There's irony, people are preferring private hospitals over government hospitals. People are preferring private schools. But what about job? People are preferring government job. The only thing is services, the quality of services. Okay? Full stop. Okay. So we'll discuss tomorrow jobless growth. If you are comfortable, I can discuss now. Or if not, shall we wind up? Okay, thank you so much.